Welcome to a new fragrance review. Today I'm gonna tell you what I think about Zara. So Zara, I would say that it's really a brand that is either people love it or hate it. And what I'll say is really my opinion. You might not enjoy Zara, you might enjoy Zara, and it's really up to you to make your own opinion. So what I think about them, I think they are actually making a good offering. I think there's thing I like about them, there's thing I don't like about them. Zara basically their business model from the beginning was to copy big brands. I'm not talking about perfume, I'm talking about the clothing. They were about copying the luxury fashion and make it cheaper. And I'm not really knowledgeable so much about the clothing that Zara makes, but more about the fragrance. But what they're doing with the fragrance, basically, that's it. They take fragrance that are popular and they make their take about it as clones, specifically clones of other fragrance. What they do is not really accurate. Their fragrance are really taking their own direction, but it's a good thing. I think since they're doing this, their fragrance, even though they are having the same scent profile of another popular fragrance, and it's obvious that they are taking the same path that they're taking, they're still doing it their own way, which is original and it's better than what clone company do. They are doing their own thing, and that's a nice thing. Also, I enjoy a lot of their fragrance. I think some of their fragrances are not good, some are good. It's really about finding which one are great, but those that are great are really great. There's Rinse Wash, for example, that is an amazing fragrance. I really love it in summer. It smells super good. It's somehow in the family of Acqua di Gio. I wouldn't call it even like Guadagio specific, but it's somehow in that family. There is Seoul Summer, that is in the family of Invictus. More people say it smells like Invictus Aqua. Also, their tobacco collection are really well known, rich form additives specifically, but dark intense exclusive. Both are very good fragrance. Now, one thing that they're often criticized for is the fact that fragrance they sell, they don't last long, but they're so cheap that it's not really an issue in my opinion. They do have fragrance that last really not long at all. I'm thinking of Unexpected. I forgot the name, but one of the hashtag tobacco collection that lasted 30 minutes on me, and 30 minutes is really disappointing. But most of their fragrance last in that 3 to 5 hour range, which is actually the average of how long a fragrance will last. And now the average seems to be higher because a lot of fragrance, they put all the same aroma chemical that smells for a longer period of time, but a lot of the fragrance smells really similar nowadays. And again, you're having fragrance that don't last super long, but they're still super cheap. So I think it's a good compromise. And if you find one that is smelling great, that's a good thing. One thing that I really don't like about that brand though is the fact that they treat their fragrance like clothing. And what I mean with that is that with clothing, they will always renew themselves. Every brand, every company, when you go to any clothing store, of course they will have stuff that will always be there, like a white shirt, for example. But most of the clothes you'll see in store, they renew itself. After when a season is done, they liquidate what they have and then they put new stuff. And they do this with the fragrance, and it's really disappointing. For someone that don't know what they buy, they just smell it, they like it, they buy it, and they will do this again and again. That's all right for that market. But if you collect fragrance, you want to analyze fragrance, you want to enjoy fragrance, that's really bad, because at one point you might have a fragrance you really like from them, but they don't sell it because they decided to not make it anymore. I think it's good to have new release, but it's bad to crash everything that you're having, especially when it's the good stuff. So I would say that the brand is nice. What they do is good. It's worth trying some of them. I wouldn't build a collection around Zara unless you're like a super fan of the brand. But definitely having a bottle or two, or maybe more if you're having a big collection, really it's a win. They're cheap, they smell good, at least some of them smell good, and you always can find something interesting from that brand. I think They're nice. Just it's like the way they treat their fragrance and their creation, but it's their brand. They do what they want. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If it's the case, well, like and share. If you tried fragrance from Zara, tell me in the comment which one are your favorite. So, thanks for watching and see you soon.